this is Yvette from Yvette Creates, and I am a part of the Not Too Shabby Shop design team. Today I'm going to come on to make a few cards using the Rugged Birthday Paper Pack. Now this was part of the Paper Pad Club for November 2025. So I love this paper pack, friends. It has all these beautiful masculine themed papers. Not that it couldn't be for a woman, it could, but I fell in love with this, and I thought right away I need to make some birthday cards for some of the men in my life. So let me show you what I'm gonna do. I am going to use this sketch. It's a no scrap sketch from Bourbon Creek Crafts, and I'll link to her channel. But I'm going to alter it slightly, and I'm not going to make the 5th card with the strip that's left over. I'll show you what I do with that instead. So let me kind of show you. I made one card ahead of time. So this is what we're going to be making. See, so instead of that circle on the sketch, I decided to pull in one of the hexagon dies I had in my stash. And then with that extra strip, instead of making that 5th card, I just added it to the inside of my card. So let me show you how I cut this, and then we'll put the rest of my cards together. I went ahead and got my hexagons stamped and ready to go. Oh, and this stamp, let me show you. It's actually 2 stamps. It's from the Say It With Birthday Style stamp set. Now you can get this as an add-on to the Paper Pad Club if you get the I Want It All bundle. So I used Another Year, Another Adventure, and then under that I put Happy Birthday. So I just stamped that on there with some of my distress inks, or my distress oxides rather, and then added one of the cut apart or cutouts that's in the paper pad. Let me show you. I should have had it ready to show you. So I used my brother's Scan and Cut to cut a bunch of these out. So I added that there as my ephemera, and I think it turned out great. Oh, and then with some of the scraps, as suggested in the sketch, I used this little hole punch I have, and I just cut a few, or punched a few of these circles to add to the sketch. I added them a little differently than the sketch. The sketch has them going down this way, and I just put them vertically this way. Isn't that pretty? Okay, let's get started. I don't want to take forever. So oh, another thing I'm going to do. Oh, I forgot to mention. I thought it would be great to have some coordinating tags to go with these cards, so that when you give a card, you can use this tag and maybe use a craft colored gift bag. And I still have to add some twine, but I'm going to make a coordinating tag. So I left one unfinished, so I can show you how I make that as well. So let me put these things aside. So here's the one sheet of pattern paper that I'm going to use. Now this side really isn't directional, but this side is. So depending on how, which side you want to be in the front is how you should cut it. So let's say I was going to use this side as my front panel. I'm not, but let's say I was. I'm going to cut this down to 4 inches this way, so that the design is coming down vertically. So 4 inches that way. So then I have this 2-inch strip here, and then I'm going to cut it down to 5 1/4, and then I have this strip left over, which is what's going to go on the inside of my card. Now I've cut my other papers already, and then this cardstock I have is just some I had from Michael's that I had in my stash. So see, I cut this one already, and this one I wasn't paying attention. So this one is directional, so I definitely have to use this side. And see, I'm gonna kind of mix and match. I'm gonna use this side, mix and match my pattern papers to have different pieces along the front. And I'm using 2 different shades of this cardstock. Let me show you the pack, because I just bought it to have it to use for these cards. So it's this one, and it has all these colors. So I thought this was perfect for these cards with this paper. Now, when I put this strip across, because they're both kind of a little on the busier side, I am going to add, I used the scraps of the colored cardstock, and I'm going to kind of just put them here. So I have what looks like a matte layer behind this pattern paper. And then I can add that to the matte layer there. So let me figure out which paper I'm going to pair with which paper. So for example, this one, I think I might have this going with it. I like that combination. And I think I'm going to use, do I use the lighter or the darker? I think I'm going to use the darker green on this one. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. And then this is going to go there. For these, I'm going to use this there, and then this one. I'll figure out which one I want on the darker green matte layer and which one on the lighter green. I guess it doesn't really matter. They both look good. I'm just kind of picky about what I do. I want this one on the lighter. So this will go here, and here's these strips. I had to cut them into these size strips to make do with the scraps I had left over, because I only used one sheet of each of the colored cardstock. So I wasn't able to cut a piece wide enough to map that whole 2-inch strip, but not a problem, because I can just add those behind there, and it'll look like it's a full matte layer. Okay, let's get to putting one of our cards together. So I'm going to start by attaching this onto my cardstock. And words are hard this morning. And layer it on there so that I have about 1/4 inch showing. And I'm using the grid lines on my glass mat to help me figure this out and align it pretty well. All right, now that I have that on there, see, it looks like it's a matte layer. And looking back at my first card I made, I didn't do the matte quite as wide. I think I'm going to adjust it. I'm going to make it a little bit less visible, so it's a narrower border there. I just like the way that looks with not quite as much showing. And I do this all the time, friends. If you've watched my videos, you know I'm constantly changing my mind and changing things up as I craft. Not quite straight, so I'll adjust that. Let's add this to our other panel. And I'm going to just kind of guesstimate the angle I want it at. I think this is good. Then I can go in and trim the excess off. So I'll bring in my paper trimmer for that, because I'm not perfect at cutting with scissors. All right. Alrighty. Set that aside. And then I can attach this to my matte layer here. Alrighty. And what I'm going to do too is I'm going to make this border a little smaller around this matte layer so that some of my card base color will show, because I'm going to use a craft color card base. So let's trim this down. And there we go. Then I can attach that to the card base. Okay, here's my craft card base. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this. kind of see some of that craft color show behind my green matte layer. Then I went ahead and added some foam tape to the back of my hexagon sentiment. So let me take that release paper off. And we'll attach it. Now I have to decide of the pieces of ephemera I have left, which one I'm going to use here. I think I might go with, a hat here, right? I like that one. Okay, in fact, let me add a little bit of liquid glue here just to be sure I have a little bit of float time when I'm adding this. So right about here, I think. And then I'll attach my hat. So I need to add some foam tape there. So I'll add some here. And here. All right. And then I'll attach that. And then I can add my 3 little cardstock dots that I punched out from my scraps. There we go. Another year, another birthday. Okay, let's get those little dots and add those in and add our scrap piece in the inside of the card. So for this one, I'm gonna use this paper. So that is this one. So I'll add that to the inside of the card. Right in here. And my dots. Okay, I have those. And I will just add some dots of glue right here. And use my pickup tool here to add them vertically to the bottom right corner of my card. All right, so here is card number 2 complete. Let's put together our little tag, why don't we? So what I did was get another piece of the pattern paper and used a small tag die that I have in my stash, and I don't know where it's from. It's this tag die. So I think it was with a bookmark die. And I cut some out of cream cardstock and pattern paper because I'm going to back them up together. So here I'm using a combination of dry adhesive and my liquid glue, because this cream colored cardstock is a little on the thinner side, and sometimes liquid glue can show through. I mean, you can kind of see that you used liquid glue. And so I'm just backing them up against each other. There's our tag, and then I'll add this little piece of ephemera that I cut out of the pattern paper. Add that here. So it's like a tag on a tag. And then I'll add some twine. And here's just some twine I have in my stash. I've had this for years, so I couldn't tell you where I got it from. But I'm just going to kind of fold it in half, run the loop through here, and then pull the tails through, and then just do a real simple knot at the top. And I don't want to tighten it too much because for now I want to be able to undo that knot and then attach it to a gift bag. So there's that tag. Alrighty friends, I have all 4 cards completed. I did the last 2 off camera, but I want to show you what they look like. So here are my 4 cards using that no scrap sketch from Bourbon Creek Crafts and the beautiful papers from the Rugged Birthday paper pack, as well as these adorable sentiments from the Say It with Birthday style stamp set. Again, as a reminder, the stamp set is an add-on to the Paper Pad Club. So if you get the Paper Pad Club, you can add on just the coordinating ephemera for the other paper pack, or the coordinating ephemera and the stamp set. Now, in addition to those 4 cards, I also made some tags that can be used with a gift bag when you give the birthday card and the gift. So I think it turned out great. I'm loving this. And you know what? I'm really liking the idea of having coordinating tags. I think I might start doing that, at least with birthday cards. I'll start doing that. Making a little coordinating tag to go with each card. And then when I put my cards away, I can just put the tag on the inside so I know it's in there, put it with an envelope in one of my little plastic sleeves that I store my completed cards in, the ones that I'm not giving away. And I could actually, oh, now that I think about it, this could be a little gift set that I give someone. So it would have the coordinating tags, the cards, and perhaps even some small gift bags to go with them. Oh, coming up with so many good ideas. I hope I was able to provide you with just a little bit of inspiration today. Thanks so much for sticking around to the end. As always, have a beautiful, safe, and creative day. Thanks for watching. Bye.